For weeks, a cloud of anguish had hung over the quiet village of Oswaldtwistle in Lancashire and far beyond, as people across the UK followed the mysterious disappearance of 19-year-old apprentice bricklayer Jay Slater. Now, the search that gripped Britain and cast a shadow across Tenerife has reached its devastating conclusion. The body discovered in a remote ravine on the island has been formally identified as Jay. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. The confirmation comes after nearly a month of frantic searching, unanswered questions, and a desperate family clinging to the fragile hope that Jay might somehow be found alive. Instead, the reality has proven heartbreakingly final. Yet the story does not end here. It lingers in the questions left behind, the tributes flooding in, and the way a community has come together to mourn a life cut short. The timeline of a tragedy. Jay had traveled to Tenerife in June with friends to attend the NRG Music Festival, an event known for drawing young partygoers from across Europe. What was supposed to be a carefree holiday took a sudden and sinister turn in the early hours of June 17th. According to reports, Jay left a party with two men he had recently met. He later attempted to make his way back to his accommodation near Los Cristianos, but became stranded in the remote mountainous region of Masca. In a final phone call to a friend, Jay said he was lost, thirsty, and had little phone battery left. Then silence. Over the following days, Spanish authorities launched a major search operation, with helicopters, drones, sniffer dogs, and mountain rescue teams scouring the unforgiving terrain. His family flew out to Tenerife, leading emotional appeals for information and even organizing independent search efforts with volunteers when official resources began to scale back. For nearly 4 weeks, the island echoed with the question on everyone's lips, where is Jay Slater? The discovery. On July 13th, a grim breakthrough occurred. A body was discovered by hikers in the rugged Barranco, a steep ravine notorious among locals for its danger and isolation. Spanish police quickly cordoned off the area, and forensic teams were dispatched. Though authorities were cautious in their initial statements, many feared the worst. Now, DNA testing and personal belongings have confirmed what Jay's family had dreaded. The remains are indeed those of the missing teenager. A family's grief. For Jay's mother, Debbie, and his father, Warren, the news has been almost unbearable. In the early days of the search, Debbie was seen clinging to hope, often reminding the public of Jay's big heart and cheeky smile. She begged people not to spread rumors and pleaded for help in finding her son. Now, in a short statement, the family has said, "Our beautiful Jay has been found. Our hearts are broken. We ask for privacy as we try to come to terms with this devastating loss." The Slater family's grief has resonated with parents across the UK, many of whom have sent messages of support, flowers, and donations to assist with funeral costs and the repatriation of Jay's body. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. A Community United. In Oswaldtwistle, candlelit vigils have been held in Jay's honor. Dozens gathered outside the community center, holding photographs and lighting candles that flickered against the twilight sky. Friends described him as the life of the party, a loyal mate, and a lad who could make anyone laugh. One friend, choking back tears, said, "We kept telling ourselves he'd walk through the door with that grin of his. It's hard to believe he's really gone." The tragedy has also sparked a wave of empathy online, where strangers followed the updates, shared posts, and urged authorities to keep searching. Social media has become both a space for solidarity and a platform for debate, as theories about what really happened to Jay continue to swirl. Unanswered questions. Though the identification brings closure of a kind, it also raises new and troubling questions. How exactly did Jay end up in such a perilous location? Did he fall while trying to find his way back to safety? Or are there more sinister circumstances behind his disappearance? Local police have maintained that foul play is not suspected, but some friends and family remain skeptical. The steep, treacherous terrain where Jay was found is far from the main road, leading many to wonder why he was there at all. The coroner's report, expected in the coming weeks, may shed light on the cause of death. Until then, speculation lingers, leaving his loved ones torn between grief and a yearning for answers. The broader impact. Jay's story has struck a chord because it feels at once extraordinary and painfully ordinary. A teenager on holiday, a wrong turn, a tragic end, yet the ripple effects stretch wide. For young travelers, it is a chilling reminder of how quickly a trip can turn from celebration to catastrophe. For parents, it is the embodiment of their deepest fear. And for communities across the UK, it has been a sobering lesson in the fragility of life. In Tenerife itself, locals have expressed sorrow at the news. "We hoped he would be found safe," one resident said. "The mountains are beautiful, but they can be unforgiving. We wish peace for his family." Tributes pour in. Since the confirmation, tributes have been pouring in both online and offline. Murals are being planned in Oswald, and a fundraiser for a memorial bench has already surpassed its goal. Friends have vowed to celebrate Jay's life with a charity football match, reflecting his love of the sport. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. One heartfelt tribute read, "Jay, you were more than a friend, you were a brother. We'll carry you with us in every laugh, every song, every sunset. Rest easy, mate." Even those who never knew him have been deeply moved. Messages like "Fly high, Jay," and "Rest in paradise, lad" flood social media, showing how far his story has reached. Searching for meaning. In times of tragedy, people often search for meaning in the loss. Some close to Jay hope that his story will encourage greater awareness of travel safety, the importance of staying together in unfamiliar places, and the risks of wandering into isolated terrain without preparation. Others believe the best way to honor Jay is not through warnings, but through joy, by living life to the fullest, as he so often did. His family has expressed that they want him remembered for his energy, humor, and kindness, not just the circumstances of his death. Looking ahead. Now begins the process of bringing Jay home. His family is working with both UK and Spanish authorities to repatriate his body and arrange a funeral that will allow his community to say goodbye. The service is expected to draw hundreds, if not thousands, of mourners. Meanwhile, investigators will continue piecing together the final hours of Jay's life. While the formal identification offers closure, many hope that clarity about what happened in those mountains will soon follow. A final reflection. The story of Jay Slater is one of heartbreak, but also of humanity. It is about a young man who went on holiday with dreams of music and laughter, only for fate to intervene. It is about a family who refused to stop searching, even when hope seemed to fade. And it is about a nation that followed every twist and turn, united in grief for a boy most never met. In the end, Jay's life was short, but it left an indelible mark. As his family brings him home, the echoes of his laughter, his mischief, and his bright spirit will remain. For those who knew him, he will never truly be gone. For those who followed his story, he will never be forgotten. Jay Slater's name is now etched into the collective memory, not just as a headline, but as a reminder of life's preciousness and the love that endures even in loss. Subscribe the channel to get such videos.